As parents know all too well, childcare can be almost prohibitively expensive. U.S. families spend up to $15,600 a year on daycare, and that's for just one child, according to a 2024 analysis of 2022 data, the most recent available by the U.S. Labor Department. The federal government helps defray at least some small portion of those costs with the Child and Dependent Care Credit, which is currently worth up to $1,050 for some taxpayers with one child or dependent, and up to $2,100 for some taxpayers with two or more children or dependents. The exact amount of the credit depends on your adjusted gross income, AGI. The higher your income, the smaller the tax credit. While lower-income taxpayers might qualify for the maximum credit, this tax credit isn't refundable. That means you can use the dollar amount to reduce your tax bill, but if your tax bill isn't that big, you won't get any money sent back to you. Here's what you need to know about how the Child and Dependent Care Tax Credit works, who qualifies and how much you could receive to help offset the cost of spending thousands of dollars each year on child care. What is the Child and Dependent Care Credit? The Child and Dependent Care Credit is a tax break to help cover families' child care expenses, so they can continue working or searching for employment. That work could be for your own business, as well as for a full or part-time job. Be careful not to confuse the Child and Dependent Care Credit with the Child Tax Credit, which is not tied to a specific type of spending. You can claim both the Child Tax Credit and the Child and Dependent Care Credit in the same year. Consider the Earned Income Tax Credit, too. The amount of the Child and Dependent Care Tax Credit you're eligible to claim is a percentage of the expenses you paid to a care provider, depending on how many dependents you have in your household's adjusted gross income, AGI. Qualified taxpayers can claim 20% to 35% of care expenses, up to a limit of $3,000 of expenses for one child or dependent and up to $6,000 for two or more children or dependents. The work-related qualifier is key. Paying for babysitting or child care expenses to take a vacation, for example, wouldn't be considered a qualifying expense. There's no income limit to be eligible for the credit. Also, the credit isn't refundable. That means it can reduce your tax bill to zero, but you don't get any money back as a refund from this credit.